Hola culés, welcome to another tactical video. In this video, I am going to go over how Spain dominated France even though the score was 5-4. We're going to go over everything. So guys, before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the notification bell so you don't miss any videos when they are posted. Guys, let's get started into this tactical video. All right, here we go, guys. So De La Fuente lined up with Unai Simon, Pedro Porro, Lenormand, Hausen, Cucurella, Miquel Merino, Subamendi, Pedri, Williams, Oyarzabal, and Lamine Yamal, who to me is the best player in the world. So when it comes to the starting 11 for Spain, I think that De La Fuente does an amazing job. I think he struggles once the second half comes around and he has to make adjustments. I think this is when De La Fuente makes a ton of mistakes, as we are about to see what happens in the second half. So, friends lined up with Moigan, with Kolulu, Konate, Lenglet, Teo Hernandez, Kone, Rabiot, Uls, Dembele, Dewey, and Mbappe. So right off the bat, guys, we can see how the champs has a really big problem here because the top. Take a look at the top four, which is Mbappe, Olis, and Dembele and Dewey. These are all wingers. None of these guys are actual number nines. So he has that problem, and we can see Olis when he came out and Cherky came on, you can see how he totally changed the game because he is more of a natural player in that position. And when you're full of just wingers all across, then some things are gonna have to give, and that was one of the issues. So guys, I think this was not a perfect game on defense. Actually, it was a pretty subpar performance by De La Fuente's defense, and you're about to see here. So there's an easy pass here that he's just gonna fail to do, and what's gonna happen is Dembele is going to steal this ball, and he's just gonna go and hit an amazing counter here, and Spain was really fortunate not to concede, and in reality is because Mbappe makes a mistake. He tries to do the easy pass, and to be honest, he makes a really bad read because Unai Simon, he is going to guess the shot and basically leaving the whole right side of the goal wide open, and Mbappe just fails to take advantage of that. And you see, he tries to pass it and he takes too long. And Unai Simon actually makes an amazing read on this play because he literally guessed what Mbappe was too predictable on this play, in my opinion. So the first couple of moments for Spain were just not great. And France had a very good tactical, basically tactical game plan to attack Spain, and it was working to perfection. But unfortunately, once Pedri took charge of the middle of the field, things started to change for Spain. But France really was having their way, and you're about to see here with all these transition passes and this diagonal that Theo Hernandez ends up picking up all by himself, and really nobody's with him. And France was just lucky that this was a great shot and just goes hits the crossbar. So Dewey had a really quiet game on this one, but like I said, the first 16 to 18 minutes, 20 minutes for France were just incredible. They really could have put this game, this game could have gone way different had France capitalized in some of these opportunities. But the problem is they had one amazing goalkeeper, and his name is Unai Simon, who was just in every play. He was just his positioning was just off the charts. He look when a keeper has great positioning, his presence feels a lot bigger than it actually is. And honestly, Unai Simon looked like a monster out there. Every single play he was getting to, and basically just by being in great position on each and every single play. But Like I said, the first 20 minutes for France were amazing, but the one and only Lamine Yamal is about to break this game open because in the 20th minute, right, he gets a pass, and down that right wing, we said there's a call in Spanish that we said he likes to float the lamp, to make a wish when you make something happen, right? So he is about to make something happen down the right, and like I said, he's gonna take Teo Hernandez. Any great right wingers, I'm sorry, any left backs or right backs that Lamine Jamal goes up against, to there nobody really has been able to stop him, and there's a big reason why. It's just so unpredictable, and he's gonna find a pass in between. You see, even when he's double team, you can see Lamine Jamal just with the cross. And this is kind of an orthodox cross because Teo Hernandez is kind of expecting maybe like a trivela, or he's expecting maybe like a dribble. But as soon as Dewey tries to mark him, he's just going to go in between, and this is why it's so hard to stop him, even with the double marks, because he just knows every time he has the ball, something is going to happen. And this is one of the things that, to me, why Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world, because he was better than Dembele, he was better than Dewey. They didn't even look in the same vicinity. From Lamine Yamal has just a different gear, from my eye test. And you guys let me know in the comments if you actually agree with that, or if you think that Dembele is a better player. To me, I think it's a no-brainer. But agree to disagree. There are some people have different opinions. I think it just Madrid fans who don't want to admit that Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world right now. And one thing I do want to point out is Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal had 2 assists in this game, and honestly, the way he times the cross from Lamine Yamal and waits for the second. So you see how has a CB on him. He waits for the second CB to go mark him, so that he can leave Nico Williams alone, so he can pass the ball to Nico Williams. And as soon as you see number 19 leaving Nico Williams open, then he knows that he's going to pass, and Nico Williams scores. Okay, guys, so the second goal, I think it comes in like just a few moments after the first goal, and it's just going to be a connection from Normand here with Mikel Merino, who is going to do the old-fashioned give and go here with Oyarzabal, and Oyarzabal just knows what to do, and makes an amazing pass to Mikel Merino, who Mikel Merino, then you see that oh my God, that's dirty, man. When a player can control with the right and give you that cross with the left, dude, he is so. Oyarzabal is so underrated, and one thing about Mikel Merino that I can tell you here is the fact that he can finish these plays without being an actual number 9 is incredible. And the goal he scored on Real Madrid was off the charts as well. So what an incredible player Mikel Merino is, that he gives you that versatility. He can play it in the mid. He's a natural midfielder, but when he plays a number 9 or false 9, he can really do his job as well. So big finish there by him. So in this play, Theo Hernandez makes a great cross, trying to get to Kylian Mbappe, who gets to this ball, but you can see how Kylian Mbappe just didn't have his best game, because on a normal game, this would have been just an Mbappe banger, honestly, because he gets a clear shot and he just yanks it and barely gets a touch. And Unai Simon, once again, just being there in that solidity in the defensive area, just all the friends, players, every time they shot, they just didn't feel like that ball was going in, because Unai Simon was just there every single time. So the one thing I want to say on this play is how versatile Lamine Yamal is in every single play, and everybody and their mother knew that Pedri Gonzalez was actually going to make the cross, because if you take a look at all the French defenders, they all went for the shot. They all thought it was definitely Pedri. There's no way Lamine Yamal is going to do this, right? But oh wait, he just fakes it and gives it to Lamine, who obviously Hausen here it's offsides, right? He's offsides, but it's actually this player right here, the player that I'm about to highlight. It's actually this player who gets called offsides because Lamine Yamal weighs just the tenth of a second later, and that's why he's offsides. As you're about to see, you see how he's offsides right now, and most people thought it was offsides because of Dean House in here, but it's really it's really the other player who's going to be offside on this play. And the one takeaway that I do take, and it's the what a stud player Dean Housen is, and his versatility and the way he can play, and the way he can control the ball, the kind of player that he's on the ball is insane. Real Madrid has gotten a really great player here, and as you can see, he actually scored a goal. I mean, it didn't count, but it counts in the books of your technical abilities and what you're able to do and bring to the table for your team. And as one of the reasons why this player and Kubarsi, I think the solidity and the defense center backs is just insane because they have Vivian, they have Lenormand, and they have Asensio as well. So great team. Spain's going to be a tough out for anyone in the World Cup, and it's gonna be just insane. So in this play, guys, what I want to point out here is take a look at how Lamine Yamal and Mikel Merino are way back defending, and it's actually Mikel Merino who gets the recovery, who Nico Williams just picks it up, and Lamine Yamal, take a look at his speed and the way he just opens up, and he is about to get this ball. And Nico Williams has two options. I think the better option was here down to the right. He chooses to go. I think it's because he knows how to play with Lamine Yamal maybe a little bit more, and he thinks Lamine Yamal can do more with it. And Lamine Yamal ultimately, it's the one who gets the ball. You guys let me know in the comments. Do you think he was offsides here? I think he was a tick offsides. I think Spain got a little lucky. I think this is definitely an offside position, barely, but it doesn't get called. And Lamine Yamal, that's a clear. That's in my books. I think it would have been a red. And I don't know about you guys, but I thought that Lamine Yamal, I was a little nervous. I'm like, oh, maybe Lamine Yamal shouldn't take this penalty. I think this is just his second penalty for Lamine Yamal. I think he's been practicing, and you can tell that from the way he grabbed the ball that he put it on his chest, right? You just knew he was going to score, and he gets the goal. And what an incredible player! So Pedri in this play, I don't have the highlight, but Pedri gets the ball at around this area of the field right here, and he gets it from behind, like it's not even in stride, right? It gets it from behind and picks it up with his heel and brings it back inside in front of him. And just insane how he's able to do that and gets the ball in front of him, opens wide to Nico Williams, who is ultimately, guys, if this doesn't tell you that Barcelona should go for Nico Williams, I don't know what else does, because the way that he knows how to play with Pedri, the way that he knows how to play with Lamine Yamal, that is just insane, man. Barcelona needs to bring Nico Williams. Honestly, he is the one. He is the chosen one that needs to come. We need to have that double threat from Spain, which is Nico Williams on the left, Lamine Yamal on the right. We can have Rafinha number 10, or Rafinha as a false 9 will be just dirty instead of Lewandowski. Honestly, guys, it's about making the team better, and Nico Williams makes Barcelona better 1,000 times. Look at how he's able to find Pedri. Pedri gets the ball, and just an amazing finish here. I don't know. Pedri was what's insane what he was able to do. He came out, and Spain just broke down in shambles in the second half. Lenormand came out when it was 5-1. Pedri came out when it was 5-1. Vivian made a couple mistakes that ultimately brought France back into the game. But it was ultimately that missing piece, Pedri coming out in the 65-minute was kind of an issue. Let me know what you guys think, though. I think this play is definitely not a penalty, but I do see why it gets called. It gets called because there's an experienced player called Kylian Mbappe, and there's a boneheaded player who called Pedro Porro, who, by the way, made a great play on the Lamine Yamal goal. and we're about to see it. So it's credit to him, but he definitely is the weak link of this team. And you see how he's grabbing him, and not grabbing him, but he's pulling his arm way too high, and that's not even why he gets called. He gets called because look at what he does right there. He's grabbing his shoulder. What do you think an experienced player is going to do? Why do you think LeBron James is one of the players who gets the most N1 calls in the NBA? It's because he knows how to score and he knows how to find the contact so you get the call N1. And Mbappe is going to feel that contact in his chest and he's just going to flop. He flops it. Look, he just sold it, and it's a penalty because, bro, you cannot do that. That's a boneheaded play, and obviously, of course, Mbappe goes to the right of the keeper like he does every single time. Now Simon's not watching film. Every single penalty kick from Mbappe, it's been going to the right. Yeah. So this is the play that I was talking about. So there's a long pass. I don't know if it was Dean, but there's a long pass and just a first touch to find Lamine Yamal here in stride was just a perfect touch, perfect pass. That's the only reason why. But look, take a look at Lamine Yamal's speed and the way he finished. However many times he was so unlucky against Sommer, he's getting lucky because eventually these goals are gonna go in. I think the goalkeeper here kind of eats it a little bit. I think he could have done a little better. And Lamine Yamal ultimately though, I don't think he was expecting that, and just makes that an amazing goal. And he does the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration, and everybody's so praising him now. But it's crazy to me how there's a lot of Spain fans who don't want Spain to win, so that Lamine Yamal doesn't have more of a case for the Ballon d'Or. It's just beyond me. But this is just another example of how how the Spain defense right now, it's in the second half. After the 75th minute, it just it just broke down to pieces and starts with this mistake who they were lucky not to concede here from Kylian Mbappe. Any other performance from Kylian Mbappe, this would have been a goal as well. I think a great Kylian Mbappe would have scored 3 goals tonight. Honestly, this is not a great performance by him. Had he been on his game, he definitely scores 2 or 3 goals. He definitely had the chances to do so. And this is just going to be another example of how Cherki changed the game. As soon as Olis came out and Cherki came in, you can see how the French squad was just more dynamic, more cohesiveness, more of a team playing together. I don't know if it's the matter of positioning, but when Sheki came on, everything was just so much more clear for friends, and they almost came back. And this is just gonna be a golazo from him, guys. This is just there's no explanation. He's different. There's no doubt about it. He's it. Like he's him. Like I think Manchester City has him locked up, and what a player they are getting. What a player. He's gonna be, the sport is in great hands for years to come with Lamine, with Arda Güler, with a player like Shirky, with a player like Dewey. Such a group of young, talented players. Incredible. So, like I said, this is again Spain breaking down, and this is more of a credit on friends who know how to break down friends' attack. And you can see how in transition, like everybody was expecting the pass down to this player, and the fact that he's so smart going to the right back in this position, and ultimately Vivian is going to make the mistake and just make an own goal. I think that was either way. Vivian was late. Had he not been late, Mbappe gets to it and scores anyway. All right, so France gets a great recovery here and is going to find Barcola in stride. And yeah, as you can see, Pedro Porro, he has an okay speed, and but Barcola, dude, he's just different, man. Like he's Barcola speed. He's a gazella. Like he's just a gazella. You're about to see him in action, and you can see how he just beats him to the ball and gets a great cross, right? But Kolo Muani just like he did with France in the World Cup, he just misses a great chance here to score. And could have put France really in a big pickle here with the 5-4, and they ended up scoring another one. So had Kolomuani score there, man, this would have been a historic collapse by Spain after being 5-1. Had friends came back to 5-5 on this game like that, would have been just insane. Like I said, Shirky, so much clarity, so much poise. What a player, man. Honestly, and it's not even that expensive. I think it's what 25 mil, 30 mil. It's a no-brainer. It's a bargain, like literally a bargain. Like he puts a beautiful cross, and Spain just gets really in a tough position again. Just it's really well defended, but just the size and the fact that the way that he puts that ball, there's no way for Dinhausen or anybody to get to this ball. It was just nuts to me, guys. We're gonna finish wrap it up right here. You guys let me know in the comments. Did you guys enjoy this type of content so we can make more? Guys, let me know down in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow. It's the road to 2,000 subscribers. Let's get it, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.